welcome back to I'm Traveling. My name is Raul, and on today's video we're talking about the travel restrictions that may affect you on your upcoming trip to Hawaii. Today is July 9th, and yesterday, July 8th, the governor of Hawaii lifted one of the travel restrictions that takes us one step closer to finally being 100% open to travel to Hawaii. On June 15th, we released this video talking about inter-island travels, which pretty much was a nightmare. We went from the end of May through mid-June and it was crazy. The obstacles we faced were coming from Florida, landing on Kona, we had to get tested, just like anybody else would. But going from Kona to Kauai, we also had to get tested 72 hours prior. Going from Kauai to Maui, we also had to get tested. You had to get tested every island. So luckily for you guys and for everybody else moving forward, they do not have to deal with that anymore. We did, which was a pain. Not only did it cost us a lot of money, but it cost us a lot of time and headaches. So when we landed on Kauai, we were only gonna be there for about 58 hours, 60 hours, give or take. So the moment we landed on the airport, we had to go get tested and pray and hope that we get our results prior to getting to Maui. Otherwise, we will be stuck in Kauai and our hotel in Maui would be wasted for one night. So it was a mission. Moving forward to today, July 9th, Hawaii is at a 60% vaccination rate, give or take a percentage or two. The governor yesterday on July 8th opened up the travel restrictions, allowing domestic travelers from the mainland and traveling to Hawaii to not get tested, although they still need to show proof of a vaccination card. So what does this mean? Well, number one, you still need to create a Safe Travels account. So visit travel.hawaii.gov to create your account. Number two, yes, if you're coming from mainland United States and you're vaccinated, you do not need to get tested prior to arriving to Hawaii. However, there are three caveats with that. Caveat number one, you still need to upload your vaccination card onto the travel.hawaii.gov website. Number two, if you got fully vaccinated, great. However, that doesn't completely exempt you just yet. So if you got vaccinated, your second shot or your J&J, your first shot, either way, your shot was on June 30th, you're eligible on July 15th. It has to be 15 days after your last shot. If you got vaccinated on July 1st, you're not eligible to July 16th. So keep that in mind. It has to be 15 days after your last shot to be completely fully vaccinated.
Fully vaccinated means that you have gotten both shots of your Pfizer or Moderna or your single Johnson & Johnson, and you have waited at least 15 days after the second shot.
And caveat number three, you definitely need to bring your hard copy card with you. I've already read of cases where people bring it with them and the officials don't ask them for it, and cases where people don't bring it and people do ask them for it. So just be on the safe side, bring your hard copy with you and still upload it to the website. The next thing is, if you're coming from anywhere outside of the mainland United States, you still need to get tested, and the test results have to be within 72 hours prior to arriving to Hawaii. Otherwise, it won't be valid. And the last thing is going to be children. If you're traveling with children, make sure to keep this in mind. Any children under the age of 5, so 4 and under, they do not need to get tested and they do not need to quarantine. But between 5 and 12, they need to get tested. Because they're not eligible for vaccines yet for children between 5 and 12, they need to get tested. Otherwise, they need to quarantine. We're almost done. So once Hawaii reaches a 70% threshold on vaccination rate, then all travel restrictions will be lifted. No need to test, no need to quarantine, no need to show proof of vaccination card, which is great. However, right now they're out still about 250,000 more shots left. They're averaging about 3,000 shots per day. You do the math, you're looking at about 2.5 months roughly. So mid-September, I would assume they get to the 70% threshold, and that's when all travel restrictions will be lifted. So with all that being said, I'm gonna give you guys 4 tips and I'm gonna wish you guys good luck, be patient. Tip number 1, plan ahead and wake up early. For example, when I went to Oahu, I wanted to go to Hanauma Bay. Hanauma Bay, there's only a limited amount of people that can enter the park, and in order to do that, you either need to reserve ahead of time, and they have a short window for reservations, so we had to drive to the park. I woke up at 4:30 to arrive by 5:30, even though they opened up at 6:45, just so that I can make sure so we could be ahead of the line. Wake up early, everything gets crazy busy really early, so if you think you're waking up early, trust me, other people are thinking the same thing, so plan ahead and wake up early. Number 2, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube saying that you may not need a card when you're in Hawaii. If you're in Oahu, Maui, Big Island, especially Big Island, or Kauai, Kauai's a smaller island, but Big Island and all the other islands, I don't care what they're saying. I'm telling you right now, you need a car. Yes, you can get away with shuttles and Ubers. Here's the thing. They are very limited on Ubers. shuttle services, keep in mind, they're very busy with so many tourists right now in Hawaii, so shuttles will be busy. So definitely plan ahead, get a car. If you need a car, the good news is that Oahu has a lot of cars now. When I went, they were very limited in cars. I ended up renting a minivan, a 2006 Toyota Sienna minivan in Kauai, $500 a day, $1,500 for 3 days. It was crazy. It was the worst thing I've done, but we needed it because we wanted to do a lot of things in Kauai, and because they were very limited in transportation, we ended up biting the bullet and renting that car. So I highly recommend, do your research now, rent a car. $1,500, that's $500 a day, all right? It's not this badass Jeep behind me because this is a badass Jeep. I would have gladly paid $1,500 for this. No, we ended up paying $1,500 for this 2006 Toyota Sienna minivan. I mean, look at it. First of all, the hood needs some paint. The lights need to be restored. Look at these rims. Oh my goodness. On top of that, this door right here, it doesn't even open. Like, they have it duct taped right now for security. That way nobody opens it. All right, the best part about it is the interior of it. So this door panel is missing a compartment right here. The third thing I want to tell you is if you're planning on going to a luau, because I know that a lot of people when they go to Hawaii, they want to go hit up a luau. For example, my favorite luau is in Maui. It's called Feast at Lele. And I'm actually going to show you. Let me screenshot this for you. But Feast at Lele, if you want to go to Feast at Lele right now, let's go to book now and let's reserve a date. So let's say 2 people, right? Going to Feast at Lele and you want to choose a date. Well, let's look at the dates. July, done. August, done. Let's see, September. The next one they have available is September 5th. That's 2 months out. So definitely book your luau 2 to 3 months in advance, all right? The next thing is, I'm gonna show you this one too, is if you guys wanna go to Kualua Ranch, Jurassic Valley, for example, here we are, Jurassic Valley, Kualua Ranch. Let's say you want to book an ATV tour, right? Let's go to ATV tours right here, 1 hour, 2 hours, let's go with 1 hour. And you want to reserve now. 2 people, right? Let's select the date. July, completely booked. August 12th. So they're about a month and a half out for ATV tours. Let's see if you want to go horseback riding, because they do horseback riding, shuttle services, ATV tours. I think they even do hikes and e-bikes now too. They do e-bikes as well. So let's go horseback riding, because I know that's a very famous one. A lot of people like that. Or even zip lining. Zip lining, I haven't done that yet, but let's go to horseback riding. If I can find it, here it is. 2-hour horseback tour. All right, reserve now. 2 people, Kualua Ranch. The dates will be July, completely booked. August 21st. That's the first one available. I'm showing you all this because I'm telling you right now, Hawaii is busy. You guys need to plan ahead. I've created a few videos from our 2019 trip to Hawaii. They're up here, and little by little I'm putting the 2021 videos. The last one I just put up was the best snorkeling spot on the Big Island, and in my opinion, the best snorkeling spot on all the Hawaiian Islands, but everybody has a different opinion, which is Two-Step Beach. The next video I have coming up is swimming with the manta rays at night, and I have another one, cliff jumping up the southernmost point from the Big Island. I have more videos on Hawaii, Maui, and Oahu coming up. So one thing to keep in mind, you guys are going to Hawaii, be happy. Don't worry about, the long lines, be patient. It's all worth it, trust me. Do me a favor, guys. If this video has helped you guys out, hit like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell to stay up to date with all our videos. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next one. Aloha.